Hello. So today we are going to continue talking about making a shift and creating a new reality, but we're going to dive a little bit deeper today. But before we get there, I'm asking, first of all, for you to subscribe. And second of all, for you to write in the comments below that you subscribed so that I can personally comment on your comment. If you would do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. Okay, so let's get going. So we have gone through 3 days of speaking about this concept, and I really just wanted to expound on it in a deeper way. And the reason why I want to do that is because I think that when people, listen to other people or, gurus and things of that nature that are talking about mindset, it's kind of like a fleeting thing, like, oh, well, that's really not true, or why are people making such a big deal out of it, or whatever the case may be, whether it's a positive or negative comment or thought process. But I think that it's deeper than that. When you change your mind, you literally change your life. You change your thoughts, and you don't just change your life. You change your family's life. You change your children's life. You change your husband's life, your wife's life. You change your co-workers' life. Like, you change you affect and you change everything that you come in contact with, every relationship that you have, everything changes. And not on a surface level, just wholeheartedly everything changes. And so if, there are things that you want to bring into your life, or if you want a better life overall, or if you want to feel better, or, if you're depressed or lonely or sad or, anxious, or any of these adjectives that are negative or have a negative connotation, it is possible, and it's simply through your words and your mind, and they kind of sort of go together, right? And the foundation of that is God, is source, is universe, is, whatever you want to call God, whatever you call God. Oh my gosh, excuse me, Lord. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, whatever you call God. Excuse me, my phone was falling over. Yeah. And so, when I asked these questions on day one, what do you need more of in your life? What do you need to let go of? This is you going inside, taking some time for yourself and examining what it is, who it is, what are these things that affect you, how they affect you. It's really asking you to just dive deeper into you, what it is that you might want to change, what it is that you want to let go of. Do you want to let go of negative thinking? Do you want to let go of gossiping? Do you want to let go of, being pessimistic and always thinking that the worst? Do you want to let go of those things? That's what day one was about. Day two was kind of sort of trying to bring the vibration up, right? The frequency up, because those thoughts on day one are kind of like lower vibrations, but they have to be tackled with. And there's nothing wrong with having any of those things that are happening in your life, right? It's almost like you're a product of your environment. If you were just to look at the overall scope of our world, it's negative. It's kind of sort of like hard to be positive. And maybe not hard, but challenging to be positive. But once you get that into your system, it's just who you are. The same way that you might feel like there are things about you, there might be negative things about you or challenging things about you that you want to get rid of because you feel they're negative. It's the same thing. Because you're a product of your environment, there are negative aspects of your life. And when you make that shift, when you make that change, your life is no longer that way anymore. It's just that simple. Now the steps might not be simple, but my wording and the way that I put it is simple. And so I really just wanted to expound on that. So I'm sorry, like I was saying, day 2, we went into gratitude. We went into making a vision board. We went into believing that you have what it is that you want. And then, yesterday, I just wanted to know, like, are you serious about making these changes? Because it does take some work. It does take some, repetitious work, which is what anything takes, right? If you want to build a muscle, if you want to, lose weight, it's repetition. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Now it's just doing your mind exercises. That's basically, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? So today I just wanted to kind of like bring it to kind of like the realness of it, and it's not about being religious, and it's not even about being spiritual. It's being who you are. We are all made in the image and likeness of God. And if you don't believe that, or if you don't like those words, use your own words. The words are not really, those are semantics, actually. You can call God whatever you want to. You can call him Sam if you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You understand? Like, there's lots of things that we make more than what they need to be. But there is a higher power. There is someone that, I keep saying someone, there is a higher power that governs our world. It might not govern everyone's world because, we've got to be a part of that world in order for him to govern it. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. But I just want you to know that changing your mindset and changing your world will change your life only for the better. There's nowhere else that you can go, like only for the better. So those fears that you have, they will dissipate. Those challenges that you have, they won't be as hard. They won't be as challenging because you know without a shadow of a doubt that all is well. All is well. That you can take whatever it is that you're going through and give it to him and leave it alone. And it will all be taken care of. It will all be taken care of. How is really none of our business. So we don't know the how. And that's a challenging part because releasing control over things that you have normally taken care of, and then you have to, now you're saying you're going to pray about it and you're just going to let it go and allow God to take care. That's a challenge. It's still a challenge sometimes for me. So let me just admit that. I'm not even going to say it is a challenge. But it's a good challenge, right? It's a good challenge because that means that you have faith and you have belief in knowing that you are protected, you're covered, and that all is well. All is really, really well. And so I really just wanted to briefly come on here and just say that. I have so many videos about building a relationship with God. And honestly, they all have everything to do with what we're doing right now. I don't want to sugarcoat it and make it seem like it's something else because it isn't. Everything goes back to God, especially if it's positive, especially if it is nurturing and about love and things of that nature. And because we live in such a negative world and because there's so many messages out there, it's very easy and hard for you. And I mean, let's coupled with your upbringing and whatever it is that your parents taught you or your grandparents or whatever the case may be, it's a lot, but it is a feeling. It's a knowing, it's a nudge. You wouldn't be watching this video if there wasn't an inkling in your heart, mind, and soul that you wanted to do this. It just is what it is. There's just certain things that you're not going to pay attention to. There's just certain things that you're not going to press play on. So if you're here, and if you need help, if you need assistance, if you need an accountability partner, if you want to work together, let me know. My contact information is below. It is always below. But I really just wanted to reiterate that, it's work. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to do it by yourself. But it's necessary. And it's necessary for so many reasons. There's a shift taking place, beloved. There's a shift taking place. And this is where the world is going. It may not seem that way, and that just depends on what it is that you consume every day, right? If you consume, what is of this world, then it's very easy for you not to believe that there's not a shift taking place. But there is a shift taking place, and I just don't want you to be left behind. I don't want you to be looking and wondering why and how and all of these different things, when you really could be starting the process, or starting the process again because you started it before and now you fell off and now you want to start it again. It doesn't matter, as long as you get the message. So that's really all I wanted to say. I just really wanted to reiterate that even this mindset stuff is really a spiritual practice, and it's really something that you have to commit to, and just do the work on improving yourself, and a little bit at a time. It doesn't have to be like you have to cram for an exam or anything like that. But what you'll find is the more that you do this, the more that you practice gratitude, create a morning routine, make a vision board, look at it every day, speak things into existence as if they already are. All of these things, just believing in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do this. So I am going to leave it there. Now I invite you to contact me if you need any of my help, anything at all. And I will see you tomorrow. I think I'm gonna end it tomorrow, so it'll be like a 5-part series. And I hope that anything that I've said has helped you. If you need or have any questions or whatever, send them in the comment below after you subscribe. Have a great one. Thank you so much.